My space adventures.
Come on.
Yes, we have to skip this.
What's going on, everybody?
Yes, that's from 4 days ago, and this is Deadly Slop. Got 158,000 subscribers. Is a big YouTuber. 30,000 views.
Welcome to my first Star Citizen video ever. So I know this might be a bit of a shock to some of you guys, but I'm finally jumping on the Star Citizen bandwagon. No, it's been a little while. I've been really keeping my eye on this game for quite some time. And I think it's finally getting to the point, over all of these years, that's the bathroom, out of all these years, where it's actually worth jumping into right now and doing some stuff, because with the patch 3.3.7, it's introduced a lot to the game, and not only is the giant city of Lorville on Hurston, the planet Hurston, available, but you have all sorts of these missions that are still a little buggy, but not nearly as buggy as they have been in the past. You can actually complete delivery missions now. You can fight pirates. You can even fight AI, space scavengers in the world with certain missions. And, we got lots of customization options for your character depending on what space station that you go to. You can really choose your path. Right now, you pretty much have three primary paths at the moment. You can be somebody that delivers cargo from one space station to another. You can be a pirate, somebody that purposely goes out there killing Crusader security, disrupting communication systems, killing other players, and also smuggling and transporting drugs like Widow and antitoxins on secret drug labs. You can, like I mentioned before, you can shoot and engage with AI scavengers, or AI, I guess, I'm just going to call them scavengers just because it's a useful term, in security outpost that's on the map. And you can also, whenever you can just randomly PvP with other players and other ships, either in space or even on the ground with weapons, where when you die, you have to go back to the space center and call back your ship, and it's not permadeath, but it is at least annoying. This game is coming along. I'm not going to defend it. I know this game has a bit of controversy behind it, especially when it comes to some of the prices surrounding the ships. But it's just grabbed me, just the atmosphere, the environment. I love space. I love space games. And, I have played other games in the past, like Elite Dangerous. And, I don't really stream too much space games, but I am a big fan of it. I do play a lot of them. But lately, I have been streaming a lot of Star Citizen, and you guys on the stream, at least, have been really enjoying it. And I have been too, and it's been a lot of fun. As Escape for Tarkov, for those that may watch my channel on a regular basis, you guys know I'm primarily an Escape for Tarkov streamer, and that game is really fun, but it also has these long periods of time where there's not a whole lot to do, and it gets a little repetitive because we're waiting, just like a lot of you Star Citizen fans are waiting. We are also waiting for content updates on a regular basis. So Star Citizen, although it's got a long way to go, I think now's the time to jump in and get involved. If you already own the game and you've been waiting for years for it to get to a point where it's at a playable state where you can at least do something. So yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to jump in, guys. We're going to do some missions, and we're going to make some money. So first off, we are in the city of Hurston, which is we're in the city of Lorville on the planet Hurston. So what I need to do is I got to go to the spaceport, so I got to go to the spaceport line, and I got to pick up our spaceship, which is currently a Cutlass Black. I have two spaceships. I got a Gladius, which is a light fighter, a really kick-ass light fighter. This is another player right there. Boom. And even, wave to him. It's like World of Warcraft commands, Oh, I think that's another dude right there as well. Yeah, it is. Totally is. So as you can see, when you're in the environment, one thing I really like about Star Citizen is it doesn't have an obnoxious name tag over the people. The people and the AI are intermixed with each other. In fact, actually, I believe that is actually just an AI. So it's kind of cool. Like, of course, you can tell that that guy is a human and he's moving like a human, but you know, we're just a part of the world. You're not taken out of it, and there's no giant icon while you're in the city that really pinpoint, oh, this is a person, and this is an AI. When you get into space, however, the heat signatures with your radar does show ship locations, but it doesn't differentiate you from other AI as well. So you're very much a part of this world, and the players are not, you know, separate from the AI, which is something I really like. And I think a lot of games have been lacking lately, like Fallout 76, for example, and even Red Dead Redemption Online, having the location of every single player on the map with their name tag above their head, I find really takes you out of the environment a little bit. So, although this game is not perfect, I'm not saying this game is better than those. I'm saying these guys, they kind of know what they're doing when it comes to making a space sim game. The biggest comparison that I can make to Star Citizen right now, for those that are wondering how it actually plays, is actually, believe it or not, Arma Life in the current state of the game. So, Arma Life, it's very much like collecting resources and delivering resources and making money and using that money to buy new cars, new weapons, join gangs, fight other players. There's, you know, cops that are hunting other people down. There's bounties. So the same thing could be said for Star Citizen. You have a drug lab, so you can smuggle drugs. There are locations where you can collect and sell resources from outpost to outpost. There are missions for pirates. There are missions for bounty hunters, delivery missions, maintenance missions, all sorts of things. Again, like I said, the missions can sometimes be buggy, but they can also be unique and hilarious. Like I had a mission the other day where I had to go clean up a dead body and dispose of it by venting it out into space. Now, the dead body was conveniently packed up into boxes, and I had to throw the boxes out of my spaceship. But you get the idea. I mean, there's trying to be a little bit of diversity with some of the pirate missions, even though they are very repetitive and similar. It's not as it was a few months ago at this point. Now, because I'm wearing this space helmet, it does kind of limit my field of view a little bit. That's all right.
Yes.
We're going to go over to the spaceport, so let's make that happen.
It's 6 a.m. in the morning. The best space game.
Coding your own games is easier than you think. You know, you should take this online Unity course on Udemy.
Space is full of possibilities.
Oh yes, that's 600,000 views. That's a lot from July. And I'm not talking so much. 6 a.m. in the morning, I play like a crazy.
Which makes it a setting for some truly awesome games. Whether you're into massive space battles, trading, or just chilled exploration, there's something here for everyone. I'm Obsidian Ant, and in this video, I take a look at the best space games of 2018. Now, to fit into this list, there are a number of requirements. Most notably, the game needs to be either scheduled for full release this year, or else already be released, but with an update launching this year. Let's get to it then, and take a look at some of the best space games out there in 2018. Hopes are riding high for X4. Developers Egosoft have long been credited for keeping the space genre alive during the early 2000s with the exceptional X series that began with X Beyond the Frontier and reached amazing heights with X3. The series hit a massive problem though with the somewhat reimagined version of the series in X Rebirth. That said, Egosoft are certainly looking ahead with X4. Set in the far future and located within a multitude of beautiful environments, X4 will allow players to trade, fight and explore. Further, In true X fashion, the game will allow you to own entire fleets from small fighters to massive carriers, all of which can be upgraded. Fans of the X series will know that it doesn't stop there though, as building and owning space stations will also be a possibility. The game will also feature a fully simulated economy that takes place with or without your presence. X4 still has a way to go, and there's no exact release date at the moment, aside from the year 2018. But it is a bold project, and Egosoft do have some very good track record there. If this game manages to overcome the problems that came with X Rebirth, then this could certainly be one to watch out for. No Man's Sky, of course, needs no introduction. Released in 2016, the title dived rapidly from insane levels of hype towards all manner of problems.
Just buy that yesterday.
Up on the title, which has at this point received a number of updates, including the ability to build bases, drive around ground vehicles, and the addition.
This is why I record this. I just buy No Man's Sky 5 AM Saturday morning. And I was watching some videos about No Man's Sky and play 6 hours Sunday today 6 AM. And I was watching this video.
I think that a lot of inspiration
and I saw this game.
Procedural Cities comes from
Star Cities
introduction. But right away we're presented with our first issue before we can even.
I was watching that, then I was searching the Star Citizens. I did. Then I saw
The
this
30+ hour campaign and many other things.
Star
besides.
Citizen
No
game.
Man's Sky then is a true space exploration journey with literally quintillions of planets to explore. Everything in this game is procedurally generated from the planets themselves to all forms of life therein. In terms of gameplay, the world really is yours. Build, fight and explore as you journey your way through this immense world. The newest update is called Next and by all accounts is the biggest so far. This includes many new features. Most notable of these is the new multiplayer functionality. However, the update also contains many other things, such as upgraded graphics, improved planetary terrain generation, a new cloud system, underwater bases, the ability to build multiple bases on multiple planets, in addition to allowing players to
Yes,
own
we have
fleets
another
of
update not long time ago of No Man's Sky. This video is from this summer. That's five months ago.
No Man's Sky Next is available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. The second oldest title on this list, Elite Dangerous, launched in 2014 and is still going strong today. Next to No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous is the second largest title in terms of playable area, with a full 1-to-1 scaled representation of the Milky Way galaxy and 400 billion star systems. Over the past years, it has continuously received updates and have added significant content to the game, the largest of which is no doubt the ability to land on endless planetary surfaces.
That looks very cool. Elite Dangerous.
For the game yet, already having received 2 updates for its 3rd season called Beyond. 2 further updates are still scheduled, the largest of which is going to be Chapter 4, which will contain massive overhauls to both the exploration and mining systems. Further, squadrons, which are essentially player guilds, will also be making an appearance, along with the launch of Fleet
Yes,
Carriers.
I have played EVE Online many years, but that's many years ago.
This may not be all though.
I
as
think
Elite
EVE Online is very
Dangerous
boring.
Developments have said there's further unannounced content planned for the game.
I will do
It
mining.
continues to be an epic space game where you can buy and modify ships. as
That's
you
really
progress through the
boring.
galaxy as a trader, bounty hunter, or explorer. All of this set against the backdrop of literally tens of thousands of factions, and of course the ever-present Thargoid aliens. Star Trek Bridge Crew arrived on virtuality platforms last year and eventually made its way to regular monitors. This year, a new update allows players to take control of the next generation Enterprise and brings with it a whole range of new missions along with new enemies in the form of the Borg. Now, I found this title to be immensely fun as it allows players to band together and take up different roles on the ship's bridge. Teamwork then is essential in this game, whether you're captain, engineer, science or tactical officer. Whilst this game is a space game, unlike the other titles in this video,
That
Star
looks
Trek
nice,
Bridge
good
Crew is
bright
not
colors.
an open
Star
world
Trek
game,
Bridge
and
Crew.
instead follows set mission scenarios as players set out to complete a variety of objectives.
That's
Of course, the
Elite
opportunity
Dangerous.
to sit in
That
the
it
captain's
looks
chair
very
at
nice.
XYZ is extremely compelling, and I, for one, am glad that someone out there was able to make it so. So here then is the oldest title on the list. Released way back in 2003, EVE Online is now over 15 years old, and yet in many ways any new observer would be hard-pressed to tell. This is because the vast amount of updates CCP have pushed for this game, massively expanding upon and improving the original release. Set in a galaxy of thousands of stars, players vie against each other for domination, economic control, or simply to make their own way through the galaxy. What makes EVE Online a unique space game is that everything within it is player controlled, and this includes a fully functioning, extremely detailed economy. Whether you're a combat-focused player, have aspirations to become a galactic space tycoon, want to explore the depths of unknown wormholes, or simply mine, there's something here for you. At this point, EVE Online has such an abundance of content that it's very difficult to summarise it in a meaningful way. It's easily the most fully fleshed out game on this list. The latest release, Into the Abyss, arrived in May of this year and brought with it a load of new content and upgrades. It was also the first update to be released for EVE Online that primarily focused on PvE features. EVE Online is now a free-to-play game, however that does come with a number of limitations, so perhaps in some terms of gameplay at least, the monthly subscription is perhaps the better option. Unlike the other titles in this video, EVE Online is played exclusively from a third-person perspective. Some people may find that a little off-putting, however there are a lot of benefits to it, including the fact that you can continuously admire your ships. EVE Online then is without a doubt a title that could keep you very interested in space for an extremely long time. Everspace launched on the PlayStation 4 in the middle of 2018, and whilst it isn't an open world space game, it does allow for a lot of free-form play, combat and exploration. Everspace then is a roguelike set against stunning backdrops. The aim of the game is to travel from sector to sector in the attempt to reach as far as possible. Whilst the combat in Everspace can get very fast-paced, some people may find it a little too on the arcadey side. However, there's certainly enough to be getting on with in terms of upgrades and progression that really does add a whole lot to Everspace. The game is currently available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. So those are among the best space game titles currently available in 2018. However, they are far from the only space game titles out there, and many others are in various forms of early access or alpha, with the aim to be released in 2019, or perhaps at a later date still. Some of these include, but are not limited to, the following games. Dual Universe is a massive open-world sandbox game with the ability to build just about everything and anything you want. The game also features seamless planetary landing as well as full space flight. It's currently in pre-alpha access and is covered by an NDA, meaning that for now at least, it's very unlikely we'll be hearing any more about this game. However, Dual Universe is extremely ambitious, not least because its aim is to have a single server that allows everyone to play simultaneously together. Each player will also ultimately have the potential to have an impact upon the game world. Currently, there's no release date for Dual Universe. Now this is a biggie. Star Citizen, the largest crowdfunding project in history, is sitting at close to $200 million now. However, as yet there's still no concrete release date. Yet the community largely expect to see the game sometime in either 2020 or 2021. Currently in alpha access, Star Citizen then is a massively ambitious game that allows players to walk around on planetary surfaces, immensely detailed bases and space stations, and of course travel in spaceships. The alpha features a number of game loops in various stages of completion. However, there's still a long way to go until the game reaches its lofty goals.
Yes.
Other games worth keeping an eye out for are...
I am just to fall asleep. It's 6:10 in the morning. I will go a little bit back. I did not see that. I was sleeping 1 minute, 2 minutes.
However, Dual Universe is extremely ambitious, not least because its aim is to have a single server that allows everyone to play simultaneously together. Each player will also ultimately have the potential to have an impact upon the game world. Currently, there's no release date for Dual Universe. Now this is a biggie. Star Citizen, the largest crowdfunding project in history, is sitting at close to $200 million now. However, as yet there's still no concrete release date. Yet the community largely expect to see the game sometime in either 2020 or 2021. Currently in alpha access, Star Citizen then is a massively ambitious game that allows players to walk around on planetary surfaces, immensely detailed bases and space stations, and of course travel in spaceships. The alpha features a number of game loops in various stages of completion. However, there's still a long way to go until the game reaches its lofty goals. Other games worth keeping an eye out for are Starfighter Inc., Space Engine, Genesis Alpha 1, and of course Objects in Space. The list of space games is growing at an exponential rate, so if there's any other titles out there, then do let me know in the comment section.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone would love to.
But I should maybe not record. That's Obedient Ants. And I have added to my... Should not be there. Yes, I'll add it because I can remember this Elite Dangerous. And what we have here, that's 4 hours gameplay. We can watch a little bit.
Danske Boligfri. Et nyt boliglån som alternativ til
Yes,
realkreditlån.
that's YouTuber King Konger. Yes, that's my video course. I got so many browsers open, but it's a gamer laptop. I got 60 gigabyte memory. It's an Asus ROG gamer laptop I have. No, I'm not watching if you select the character 10 hours. No. 20 minutes.
And how fast it goes and all that. This looks really cool though. I really like this extra fuel tanks. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah, good day everybody. Hope you're all doing good. Welcome to this 3.4 PTU stream. And let's see if we have any new ships here. Let's see.
Yes, I think I'll subscribe
New
him.
ships are in again.
He's 6 hours gameplay. That's a good one. Yes, that's King Konger, but we are not recording 6 hours. Just have a little look.
Mist ships, I think. Oh, the Freelancer, Der Max, MIS, gunship, freight ship, and a crash. Oh god. Uh-oh. Maybe I got a little bit too excited there. But this is what it is, right? PTU. I don't know how unstable it's gonna be, guys, but... Hey, Cole. It might be very stable, it might be very unstable. I might be unlucky just now. Yeah, let's instantly start it up again. I mean, you cannot start a PTU stream without at least crashing once in the very beginning, right? So in case you don't know what PTU is, it's basically the test servers of Star Citizen. So before they make something come out to the public, they first have like these test stages it goes through. So you got like, oh wait, I'm actually just gonna join a new server. Because I don't want to get back in the server that I just crashed in. But that's kind of nice though. I could just recover into something. Wait, no, you can always recover if you crash, that's true. I forgot about